Hello and welcome to another update video about silver as we're preparing for a new trading week. Yeah, we still have another day, but remember, futures are going to open soon. And yeah, I want to share with you my ideas for the new trading week. We're still dealing with a really corrective structure to the downside. Okay, so especially from this high, which was formed in May at $32.50. We've seen this corrective pullback, and it is corrective after possible impulse to the upside. So I've got a 1-2 setup. So this wave 2, really corrective, has extended a little longer than I wanted, at least time-wise. Well, I actually shouldn't say that, but it's quite a protracted wave 2 now, okay? So I think so far we didn't have a confirmed low in place. I think this looked like a potential 5-wave move up, but it didn't. It did not complete the stress test, basically holding a higher low. So it formed a little bit more of a downside move, a few more downside squiggles. Now, what is quite interesting is that I can count, first of all, a decline complete again. So, but we'll see if it can now break out, because we have an A, B as a running flat. A, B, yeah, as a running flat structure. And this here could be a C wave down. It looks very messy, this C wave, so I'm not hugely confident, but it's a valid wave count with a small 1-2 setup, a 3, a deep 4, but even that 4 didn't even break above standard resistance. So it did hold the 50% retracement easily. So, and then one more low in wave 5, which seems like a 5-wave move, more or less. Now we have interesting development, because I've got a descending wedge out of which the price is now broken to the upside. Now, that could just be because this move down was an ending diagonal maybe. So we have this kind of wedge shape, but we have the next, I've added a few trend lines, which could be interesting. So the successful breakout could possibly on Monday or Sunday night send us here to the next trend line to round about $31. A break above that to the next breakout point here at around $32 or $31.60, and then here the resistance area. So I think we have a few breakout trend lines here potentially. On Friday, the price broke below the lowest one. So this is going to be interesting to see how the price can continue if the market, or when the market opens. The upside pressure is definitely there as long as we stay above this trend line. What I would like it to avoid, to really maintain the upside pressure, is I wanted to avoid to break back below into this wedge pattern. So otherwise we might get a few more downside squiggles and so I would call this now complete, but obviously it's still very early days in a trend shift. From an Elliott wave point of view, I need to see a 5-wave move to the upside, which I don't clearly see yet, okay? But the potential is there for a turnaround from here. We are in a support area. We broke out of the wedge pattern. And these are usually quite interesting breakouts. And then, yeah, a move to the upside could send us to the next trend line, basically. So really, it should avoid breaking back into that wedge, and especially break below the Thursday low, which was formed at $28.70. If this is the third wave to the upside, I mentioned it in the last video, I just adjust slightly the upside targets. Then the third wave should send us to round about $38 plus here. Yeah, so good reward to risk ratio. I really don't want it to go that much lower, but even if you set a stop below the last low, if you're trading futures or so, I mean, this would be a good reward to risk ratio, even with a stop below the box at $27. Decent reward to risk ratio still. But there is a lot of work to do to really confirm that the low is formed. Just want to share with you my ideas for the new week. So hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.